How long have you been on dating apps? And how many meaningful connections have you made? Maybe a few, maybe quite a few, maybe zero. But if you are watching this, dating apps are not working for you at all, or you're incredibly tired of them like the rest of us. And here's the truth, you don't have to use them. In this video, I'm going to give you very simple strategies for meeting people in person so that you can make more meaningful connections, you can go on dates with people you already know you like, and you can increase the odds of getting that relationship you really want. My first recommendation for meeting people out in the world is a simple one, and it's often overlooked, so it's worth repeating. And that is to go do things that you like out in the world, where other people are doing them. Believe it or not, other people like to do the things you like to do. And if you don't believe me, you can find a club that's doing that thing. And a lot of those people who like to do that thing are people you will find attractive. There are multiple benefits to this. First, you're already having a good time. You don't need to be connecting with anyone or meeting a potential partner to be having fun, for that to be worth your time and energy already. So you're already giving yourself a good experience, and that's a much better headspace in which to meet people that you want to connect with. Another benefit, you already know this person that you're connecting with likes to do at least one of the things you like to do. So there's an option for an activity you can do together. And a layer deeper than that, this is most important here, there are values between you, shared values that you know already align. The example I always give is that I met my partner at the climbing gym. So before I even spoke to this person, I could tell, or at least make an educated guess, that she valued physical activity. She wanted to challenge herself, and she liked being outside and going on adventures. These are three core values of mine that she shares, and they are now core values of our relationship and the future we are building together. These are things you cannot get from a prompt on someone's dating app profile. The second suggestion, which is required for the first one as well, is to get comfortable striking up conversations with strangers. Now, I know this is terrifying for a lot of people, and at the end of the video, I'll give you some strategies for working with that fear, working with the nerves that come up when striking up conversations with strangers. And look, even for somebody as extroverted as me, this can be terrifying. When I was single and meeting people out in the world, it was scary every single time. And I learned to work with those nerves, so I'll give you those tools as well at the end of the video. But for now, strike up a conversation with a stranger, whether you're at that run club, or at the climbing gym, or even at the park, or at the coffee shop. There's two ways you can strike up a conversation. The first is very simple, to make a contextually relevant comment about your shared context with that person. So you turn to the person behind you in line for the coffee, and you say, hey, I haven't been here in a while. Have you tried any of the new specials? Or you're at the park and some attractive person is walking a dog. You go ask if you can pet their dog, and you strike up a conversation with them. This initiates the conversation. As a side note, you'll want to make sure the conversation doesn't stay about the coffee or about the dog. You want to figure out what this person's relationship is with the coffee or with the dog. You can ask them, why did you choose this dog? Where did you find this dog? What did you like about them? These sorts of things. So you're not just talking about coffee and dogs. If this person is open to a conversation and to connecting with you, you will be able to tell right away. They will open themselves up to you body language wise, and they'll engage you in the conversation. A very quick demonstration to show the difference here. Somebody who is not open to a conversation, when you ask them if they've tried some coffee, they'll say, no, I haven't, and they pull out their phone. That's very visible. And the worst that happened just now was that you got over your fear and initiated a conversation with a stranger. That's a win for you. If they're open to a conversation, they might put their phone in their pocket and say, no, I haven't tried them yet, but I'm really excited to try the brown sugar, cherry, whatever. So you'll be able to tell if they are open or not to the conversation. Another way to strike up a conversation with a stranger that is a bit more direct and therefore more nerve-wracking, remember, we're going to talk about how to deal with the nerves, is to give them a very direct compliment. And not just any compliment. You look nice. Doesn't start a conversation. You want to tell this person what you noticed about them. For example, Hi, this is super random. I just wanted to say I like the way those earrings frame your face. Where did you get them? This opens up a conversation, gives this person an opportunity to share something about themselves. And the reason this can be more nerve-wracking is that you are expressing interest in them from the get-go. It cuts through a couple of the more casual, more friendly layers and lets this person know in a very subtle way that you are interested in them. And the same thing applies here. If they're open to the conversation, you will see them open up. You will hear them engage you. They will make eye contact with you and keep the conversation going. And if not, they might just say, thank you, and go back to their phone or go back to talking to their friend. The crux of it all, whether you are meeting someone in the climbing gym, at the park, whether you're giving a direct compliment or just asking them if they've tried the coffee special, you will feel nervous. Again, even somebody as extroverted as me felt incredibly nervous anytime I tried to initiate a conversation with an attractive stranger. So I'm going to give you some very quick and simple strategies for learning to work with those nerves. And the first one is to actually feel them. Most of us will feel that nerve, feel that anxiety come up, feel some fear, and push it away, avoid it altogether, or numb it out. Many people I know say things like, oh, I can only talk to strangers when I'm drunk. That's because they're numbing out with alcohol their anxiety and their fear about talking to strangers. So there's a better way to work with your nerves, and the first is to actually let yourself feel them. What I mean by this is sit with that anxiety for a moment and see how it affects your body. Try to keep your attention on your body and on your breath. Keep your breath slow and steady, and notice what happens from the neck down as that anxiety starts to intensify when you imagine yourself striking up a conversation with a stranger. For me, I feel tension here in my neck and chest. You saw me pointing here a lot. It will make its way up into my face. I'll get very hot and sweaty, and sometimes I'll even be a little shaky. That's how those nerves manifest in my body. It's different for everyone, so give yourself that time to really feel the fear, the anxiety, and see how it affects your body. And then you'll want to practice these strategies in lower stakes situations. And what I mean by lower stakes situations, for example, if you want to give people compliments, go practice giving compliments to complete strangers that you are far from attracted to. This person just has a nice outfit on. Tell them. You like that person's shoes. You notice how someone did their hair. Give your friends compliments that you wouldn't normally give them. And tell them that you're doing this, right? So tell them that you're practicing this, that you're trying to work with your anxiety, however you want to call it. Give them a compliment and see how it affects your body. See, and with friends, you can get real-time feedback as well about how it landed for them, what they noticed in your body, so that can give you even more information about how to work with these nerves, how to keep breathing when you get nervous. One more thing that can really help is to call out the nerves. When you are about to strike up a conversation with somebody, you can say, hi, I'm a little bit nervous talking to a stranger, but I was curious if you had tried any of those coffee specials. This opens up so much of the conversation. You open yourself up. It's a very vulnerable thing to acknowledge that you're nervous talking to a stranger or delivering a compliment. And again, if that person is open to it, you will see it. If they're not, you'll see that too. And it's a win for you still, no matter what happens, because you just owned everything you were experiencing, spoke truth to it, and pushed your edge of comfort. Those nerves will peak when it comes time to say, let's hang out sometime, or can I get your Instagram, your phone number, whatever it might be. But now you know you can handle it because you've practiced it. You have trained yourself for this. So give these a try. Let me know how they go. Comment below the video or shoot me a message.